Hey, get away. This is Alex and this is my story in Milan. I'm more than sure you already understood that this is Italia. First time I'm here for less than 1 day. Basically, I arrived just right now and I'm gonna be leaving tomorrow. So this is gonna be on the go vlog and don't expect too much. What I'm inviting you to do, I'm inviting you to hit the like button right away. That helps small content creator like me to create even more. What to expect from this video? First of all, I'm going to be walking around and vlogging on the go with no specific scenario. However, I have checked a couple of videos about what to do in Milan for 1 day, and I'm gonna check it out if it's actually manageable. So right now it's already almost 3. The first thing I'm gonna do, I'm gonna go and check out in my hostel, which is in 3 kilometers, which is approximately 35 minutes walk. Well, it depends. If I'm gonna be doing some stops for photos and videos, it's gonna be longer than that. But again, I don't have any specific scenarios, so I'm just gonna go there and I'm gonna show you what I see on the way. It should be somewhere in the central part, not exactly in downtown, but a little bit on the side, but still like within the circle. And yeah, a couple of words. I just arrived from beautiful Albania, so check out that episode. I hope it's there already. And this is part of the much bigger traveling or EuroTrip, so you can check out the EuroTrip as well. If you're watching this separately, then welcome to my channel. I'm actually a crew member that works on board cruise ships, and there's plenty of videos on this channel on the cruise ships. But right now, as you see, I'm on vacation and I'm traveling. I decided to stop by Italy because it's on the way to Lisbon. That's where I'm gonna spend the rest of my vacation. So yeah, I've never been here, so I don't have any expectations. I hope you don't. Anyway, without any further ado, let's dive into the episode. Just a couple of technical things. So to arrive here with a Wizz Air, it was easy. I think overall I paid around 200 bucks for a couple of flights from Spain to Romania, from Romania to Albania here. So anyway, the flights was around 2 hours and I was expecting to be here around 12:30. However, the border control, I arrived to Bergamo Airport actually. So the border control took like 1 hour, 10 minutes. So keep that in mind. I was thinking maybe to buy pass or the ticket online, but no, don't do it. Better once you arrive, you can book on the spot. And it cost 12 euros. It was very easy. I just walk off the airport and then they basically offer me, hey, here was a spot for you for 12 euros right there. And also I check out the same spot. It's a pickup spot, so I'm not sure if they're running 24/7, but they should be running 24/7, maybe with a different frequency right there. And then it took around an hour with the traffic to get here to the Centrale, as you see, to this beautiful place. This is the train station, and we arrive on that side. On that side, that's where the drop-off of the bus was. So the center is right there against the sun, and that's gonna be the direction where I'm gonna be moving. All right, enough talking. Let's actually go and explore beautiful Milano, Italia. What do we know about Italia? Pizza, pasta. Yeah, let's put aside all those prejudices and just immerse ourselves in this beautiful experience. And thank you for doing this with me. Even though I'm not taking a train, but I heard the train station here, it's an architectural masterpiece. So I want to check it out. One of the best ways to enjoy beautiful architecture of Milan for free, it's to stop by the train station and yeah, just be inspired. Maybe you architect watching this. I used to be, I always say I used to be, but it never happened. I think the world lost a famous architect in my persona. Look at this, the train station with the gas boutique. It probably can happen only in Milan. While you're waiting for the train, why don't I go to the gas? No, I think it's a masterpiece, this building right there. It's really a great introduction to the city. If you're arriving here for the first time and you're arriving either at the bus station or the train station, stop by and check it out. You can see how big, how grande it is. little panorama of this place before I go. There's some apple. Is it a rotten apple? In terms of the weather, it's the ending of October, 28th of October. I don't know where I'm going to be posting this. Hopefully, hopefully sooner or later. And it feels warm. I think it's 17 degrees. And also it feels like it's a huge city that can either eat you alive or give you so many chances and opportunities. By the way, they say New York is the Big Apple, but I can see Big Apple here in Milano. Again, I can see a lot of bicycles. I'm not sure how easy it's to use it, and I am hungry, to be honest, because it's already 3 o'clock and I eat only croissant with a little pizza this morning. Oh, by the way, what to eat here in Milan? Probably pizza, right? Or pasta or spaghetti, something like that. There's this huge avenue and I'm gonna go that way towards the center. Boom. And here's a little bit of a perspective and reflection. Perspectives and reflections, my few favorite things, because it's important to have a perspective, right, in your life, and then to have a reflection of your success in your pocket, for example. How I put it together, right? Anyway, so if you want to get to know me a little bit better, first of all, you can check out several videos already on this channel. I'm Ukrainian, working on a cruise ships, can go home, so I'm trying to find my way throughout the life. Right now I'm on vacation, and since I cannot go home, I'm basically traveling. And I made my base for this 40 days of my vacation in Lisbon. Well, I left my 2 suitcases or 3 suitcases, that's all my possession. And I just left with a little backpack for your little EuroTour, which had some deviation and some changes. You can check it out right there. But again, right now, today, it's not about me, it's about beautiful Milano and what you can actually learn or find out traveling here without plan, just stopping by. Nice, beautiful avenue. Again, how it happened that I came here without the plan, it's because basically all the flights, I was using this aggregator, right, of the flights, which called Kiwi, and then all the flights, they would have all the flights to Lisbon from Albania, because I was interested in Albania and Romania. So all the flights, they would go through the Bergamo airport, and with the little layover. And I was like, hey, why do I need a layover? So I set up 1 or 2 days to be here. And that's what aggregator gave it to me. So now I'm enjoying a little bit of hanging gardens. I believe that's how they call that type of architecture. Would be nice also to check if Milan and Milanians, that's how you call it, Milanians, are actually snobby and actually very like I don't know, capricious, or you know what I mean, posh. Wow, these gas stations look minimalistic, very minimalistic. I'm comparing that to something that I would find in Ukraine, where I'm from. We would have already there like a restaurant or whatever, and sometimes the restaurant there, it's even better than elsewhere. The hot dogs and stuff. There's a lot of restaurants are calling me, but the thing is, I don't feel like to sit and be served and stuff. I think it's gonna take too long from my experience, and then I'm not gonna enjoy actually sitting there by myself. I'm actually want to confess, I'm not a foodie. I'm up to different things. You know what they say, for example, right now the people who were born after 2000s, they probably, between sex and food, they would choose the food. I would go for another option. that's that. But anyway, it's not about that. Let's keep it PG-13. My vlog is not a naughty vlog. It's just, again, some experiences that I'm that I'm walking you through. So ideally would be find some quick cafe or like a pizza joint or something, like, you know, take and go, something, take away, whatever, something like that, so I can do it quick. Well, let me tell you, there's so many beautiful people around. Yeah, this is Italia, what I want. First of all, I mean, this is amazing. They look good. This is the world capital of moda, the style, the fashion. So there you go. They all look good. They know how to behave. You know, they walk and nice. Plenty, of course, tourists, but everybody's fancy and stuff. Talking about fashion. Here you go. On the way, also saw some nice park. That's the entrance to the park. Again, I don't have that much of a time and inspiration right now. I want to go check in a hostel because I have around 8-9 kilograms behind my back. So, but yeah, everybody's looking here so fancy, you know, walking around with their suitcases full of different purchases and stuff. So nice to watch. Some guys, they look like this. The girls with a little bit open mouth like this. So funny to watch. All right, this one reminds me of Lisbon. I'm gonna show you what I'm talking about a little bit outside of the, you see the tram? They have nothing against the people. It's just the place, you know, it makes you feel posh, you know. Here you go, just be yourself. I turn a bit from the center, basically walking around. This is like a big circle if you look at the map. Also, always an advice for the traveler, if you don't know it yet, I kind of recommend you to upload two applications, Meetup and Event Tribe. There you can find some events that happening here, like social events, like I love social gatherings for expats, locals, and blah blah blah. Maybe comedy show in English, and there's a comedy show happening in my hostel. Can you imagine? It's a night at 8:30, so I don't even need to look for anything online. There is actually several spots that I saw. They have comedy or open mics in English. It's always fun to watch. I don't know, I'm going there enjoying listening to some stories, some other people's experiences, and being, you know, expat myself, actually actual nomad, not a digital nomad, but actual nomad, because I don't have a place where I call home now, because for 4 years I'm already outside of Ukraine. Each and every time I have a vacation, it's up to 2 months. After 6 months on board, I have 2 months vacation, or up to 2 months, this time 40 days. I'm just traveling to different places in the world. You can check out my travelings in Brazil, Paraguay, Argentina on this channel, and I'm thank you in advance. Milan keeps you overwhelmed with the quantity of different palacios and fortificaciones, or whatever they call it here, the quantity and the quality of the architecture, because obviously this is where Leonardo da Vinci was from, or at least from this area. So the place can offer a lot for everybody. By the way, for one night in hostel, I paid here probably the most that I paid during this trip, almost 40 bucks. And it was one of the cheapest options. So you're gonna ask me, is the Milan, well, not for the budget traveler? Well, it's for any traveler, but if you are on the budget, you better do your research, watch a couple of videos like this, for example, and then plan accordingly. But in my case, sometimes I just don't have time to plan. You know, for example, my contract on the cruise ship was extended, so I didn't even know till the very last moment where I'm gonna go. A couple of reflections on the way. Also, another thing that can help you here, it's cycling, because there's a lot of cycling paths right here, or cycling routes, whatever, ciclovia they call it in Spanish, because I spend in Spanish-speaking countries so much time. Anyway, so just the only thing, I don't have that much of a time to figure out this app. Sometimes, you know, the city bikes are not working or whatever, but I can see there's a couple of different city companies, or like the bicycle renting companies One of them lime, and the other one was that I was passing by before. Anyway, so consider that as well. Look, all the stereotypes, and of course Porsche here. Well, I actually was thinking it's Ferrari. Anyway, Porsche is German. I always was thinking that Porsche is Italian car, but it turned out to be a German. Oh, shame on me. Do you also have this thingy, like when you're arriving in a new place, you're trying, or your brain is actually transmitting the music from here, like the music that associates with the place, with Italy. You know what's playing right now in my head? It's Eros Ramazzotti with his Più che poi. And also the other one, a little bit more modern. Bambola, ti tu querai, bambola, ti da di da. I think I found a place. It looks like they have falafel and stuff. Let me tell you, there was an amazing wrap for €5. The wrap, vegetarian wrap, plus the Coke. Now I'm all set. I need to recharge my battery. It's actually my battery in my phone. Check in, chill for a bit, and I'm gonna go explore beautiful Milano. And then in the evening, I want to check also if they're gonna be having this performance, the comedy. Had a nice chat also with the owner, Alberto, or the salesman. And yeah, he said he knows my beautiful, lovely Ukraine, and he will visit one day. So, and you should too. Just give us some time to figure out everything, and please give us some support with spreading awareness. Or if you want, you can always donate a couple of bucks. You can always donate a couple of bucks in the link down below, and thank you in advance. I think I found them. The proper bike Milano. Says download the app. Download the app. Again, beautiful architecture, can wait for you anywhere you go in Milano. That's why the FOMO, the fear of missing out, should not exist for you here, because if you haven't been here and you have only limited time, wherever you're gonna go, there's something beautiful you're gonna find, and it's gonna be your unique experience. So why bother? Why go to touristic places, overcrowded, only to have something to, you know, cross off your bucket list? Or did you actually ask yourself who placed that something on the bucket list? Do you actually want to see that something, you know, this Sixtine Chapel, for example, or whatever, like Michelangelo? Do you really want to see that? I think I arrive according to the map. This is this building right here. So, Babila Hostel. It's an old building, but it doesn't mean it's old school or gonna be bad, right? Wow, look at those supercars. So I have recharged my batteries, chill for around an hour, and did I change? No, I did not change, but yeah, now I'm ready to go and explore a little bit of Milano in the evening. Let's go towards the Duomo. Look at those cars. Citroen, wow, smart. That's the Fiat. I was always wondering, in Europe everybody wants to have, most of the people in the civilized part of Europe, or more civilized part of Europe, they want smaller cars so they can be more mobile, you know, they can park it anywhere. And in some parts, only in some parts, they want some big car to show off. In US, you guys want to have a big cars. I don't know, anyway, interesting. If you're asking me, I never owned a car, but if I would, it means I need to settle down and blah blah blah. For now, you know what appeals to me? Like I was watching a few videos on one vlogger who actually owned that car. It's Jimny, Suzuki Jimny. That car appeals to me. Other than that, just to have it something under your bum. Oh wow, that's a lot of garbage. I hope it's gonna be clean. But the city looks very clean, to be honest. And green. Look at this. Wow. So I'm gonna go towards Duomo. No expectations. Oh, the only thing they told me in the hostel that there's no comedy today. It's gonna be in 2 days. So they say stay. I was like, no, I'm not staying. Sorry. So I'm gonna go and find another comedy. There is comedy in about 1.5 kilometers from the hostel. But we'll see about that if I'm not gonna be super tired and stuff. I don't know what is this. Looks like a sport club or something. But they have different flags of the world, including ours. And here, look at this. Wow. I don't know, I've never been into those kind of super classical stuff. No, neither in interior, neither in exterior. Accessories, those ones I don't understand. Literally. It doesn't mean that they're wrong, but I just don't understand them. As for me, again, I love minimalism in everything. Like that. Look at that building. You see? Nice minimal greenery on top. That's what I like. It should be functional also. That's the most important thing about the things, because the things, they are consuming our energy, and the energy, I think that's the most precious, maybe after the time, source that we have. Maybe not very healthy, but eating pizza in Italia. Sticking to the stereotypes. Mamma mia. Mamma mia. Sta buoni. Look at this. How fluffy it is. I'll pay for this plates and the water, €7-ish. But this one, look. This one how thin. So the vlog transformed to a food vlog. And I told you I'm not very into it, but I'm more over eat and go. Anyway, we continue. The pizza is nice. It was a nice pit stop. I think I'm done if we're talking about food for the night. So now I can completely dive into Milan and its atmosphere. Oh wow, look at this. This is the fashion, baby. That's the capital of fashion. Nice, everything is lit. And what does it mean for me and my vlog? It means that I'm not going to be able to show you a lot because unfortunately the camera of iPhone is not that super strong. So sorry in advance. But at least I'm honest. Here you go. As they said, honesty is a best policy. So nice. Look at this. Probably thousands of years this is standing here. I mean, not everybody's looking fancy here, but I already can see those people from like the magazines, you know, exactly look like that. Skinny girls, dress up well, like, Oh wow, I can see Duomo already. You know, to see the Duomo, it's the minimum / maximum for me. If I have seen it, means Milan is done. So here it is. Ta-da! Well, that's not the best angle. That's why I'm coming closer. First of all, there's some other church, and then that's the Duomo. Ta-da! Okay, done. Hook. I can turn around. No, let's walk around. I'll walk you through. By the way, first few interactions with Italians, they were in English. So if you speak English, you'll be fine here. I'm not sure this is a super international city and there's gonna be anybody or somebody to assist you, to help you. Here you go. I'm gonna look for a better angle, but here you go, done. All right, selfie in front of Duomo is done. All right, but let's look for the better view. I want to confess, I stopped by Milan only because it was on the way. As you know, for some reason, it's never been on my bucket list. I was always into something underrated like Albania, Romania, and you can check out those videos from there to understand why. But not this. I don't know for which reason. Because it's overrated, super touristic, you know. So it doesn't mean that I'm not gonna enjoy the vibe of the place, but it just means that I'm just gonna take it as it is, you know. Like, yes, Milan. I'm grateful that I'm here. I'm grateful that I have my head on my shoulders and I'm alive, you know. Not sure what is that. Some local music. All right, let me find a better spot where the Duomo is more visible, a little bit further. By the way, as you see, there is some construction going on. Hopefully by the time you're here, something gonna happen. There's some street singers. That's the vibe of Milano right now. Feel it, feel it. I hope video reproduce it. Different brands from all over trying to grab your attention here. Yeah, if you're a shopaholic, it's a dangerous place for you. I can resist, but I don't know about you, so think about it if you really want to come here. And again, you see there is some construction going on, so maybe wait some time. I don't know for how long. Look, I don't want to be prejudgmental and I just few hours here, but I can tell already Milan is not my city. It's too posh, too snobby if you wish. I knew it's not gonna be mine. I was just, again, had a chance to stop by and see it. It's, you know, worth to see it once and that's it. It's a bunch of egos walking around here, you know. That's what I feel. Everybody have one, but I was working throughout the years on mine, so you know, I'm not sure if I'm allowing somebody else to show their ego towards me anymore, if I can tolerate that. Anyway, I love to enjoy more of you know, the vibe, or the street vibe, the people, the actual life of the city. Not those overrated structures. I mean, obviously they're important for somebody, but I think all the stones, they're attracting too much attention, you know. Oh, look at this flags of Palestine. Why nobody talks about Yemen and genocide and famine that's happening there? 1 million people affected. Sudan, Rohingya people, why nobody talking about that? Why nobody talking about the nation of Uyghurs, identity of which China wanna completely erase because it's not fancy, but Palestine is fancy. By the way, Hamas, they are on the same side with the terroristic state of Russia, so you won't see me holding the flag of Palestine. Only some supporting, I don't know, I don't think they know what they're supporting right there, you know. Ay, ay, ay. Do you see any Arab people stopping by and, you know, holding those Stop genocide signs. No, only some local ladies. Why nobody standing with a plate? Russia is a terrorist state. Because nobody fancy that war, that conflict anymore. But Russia launching rockets at this time on my lovely Ukraine. But look, neither one person standing with a Russia, a terroristic state. You know, Russia should be destroyed. Where are those people? Wow. Anyway, this vlog should not become political vlog. It should be fun, so I'm gonna go and check out Galleria Vittorio. Well, you know, the only excuse for Milan to attract so many people, it is actually beautiful, you know? It is beautiful, but other than that, it looks like just a bunch of show-offs that just trying to be fancy. Well, I'm one of them right now here, but other than that, I mean, the only excuse for Milan and its architecture, that it's place huge of full of history and very strong on architecture, culture and stuff. But would I like to spend here more than 2 days? I'm not sure. So I think that today, the night here, and I'm leaving tomorrow at 2-ish, whatever, it should be more than enough. And again, I think if you're not planning to be here for a long time, I think 2 days is enough for Milan to see all the highlights, of course. Of course, if you want to feel the Milan, you know, then you need to stay here for a couple of months. But I can tell it's not my city. I think this is too much. But what do I understand, right? As you see, I have super unpopular opinions on politics, way of living, and stuff. Always felt that way. And now I'm showing off. But yeah, I've seen this place so many times on Instagram or whatever. What is it that special? It's okay. It's okay. Just don't expect too much. Yep. I mean, as for me, it's beautiful architecture. Not super functional because take care of all those elements, like the ornaments, all that stuff. It's not an easy stuff, not an easy. All those facades, you know, if you really want to keep them nicely, it's not easy to maintain. But a lot of people find them beautiful. Maybe they are paying off for themselves. Look at this. Look at this. Interesting Vespa or whatever it is. Let me take some reflections. What's the vlog without reflections, right? Also, it's such a nice place to, you know, to do video vlog because there's a bunch of people and they don't care about you. Everybody just care about themselves, and that's amazing right now. And that's why I easily can just pull out my camera and do my vlogging. However, throughout the years, last year, I don't want to say there was a boost on my channel, but you know, I've learned a lot. So I want to say thank you, those 20 of you watching me on a regular basis. And if you're just passing by, maybe you consider what I'm saying, what I'm showing interesting, so you decided to stay with me in my journey. And I'm working on a cruise ship, so I'm usually posting a lot of travel content and information how to work on a cruise ships and much more. And again, if you want to gain some confidence, for example, if you need one, there's a lot of ways of doing it. You can do therapy. Also, from what I understand, from what I heard, if you do the art class or improv class, that kind of helps you as well. But I can tell you that even vlogging and then posting this, believe me, helps you a lot because you become much more confident. Like now I'm here with my camera, and honestly, I don't care who gonna say something, think something, because first of all, I never gonna see these people again. I don't do any harm, anything bad. I'm just sharing my thoughts and talking to the camera, and they don't care and I don't care. They mind their own business, I mind my own business and stuff. So that's another way for you to try to leave all your prejudice behind and become more confident. Just go out there, pull out your camera, of course in a safe place, because I can do it here in a safe place. I wouldn't recommend you to do that somewhere where it's dodgy and stuff, and if you, for example, I don't know, tiny female. But in a place like this, why not? And then throughout the time, you're gonna gain some confidence. And then if that's what you want, you might get some followers, thousands, millions and stuff, and then you're gonna be rich and famous. And don't forget that Alex suggests you that. Also keep in mind, you see in one of those directions, because this looks like a cross, right? It's a little renovation going on. I think I was able to take some nice, I took some nice reflections on also nice panorama here. All right, to conclude, a little bit of a perspective, because as I mentioned earlier, it's important to have some perspective in your life. In Milan, in Italia. But Italy is very different. There's a couple of episodes from different Italian ports on my channel. You can check it out. I understand why north and south so different. Culturally, people are different. Everything is different. So check out, there's a couple of videos. My point of view. Okay, let's check out beautiful La Scala. It should be around these trees. Here we have La Scala, and down the street, look at those two, Al Pacino and Robert De Niro. Respect to you both. By the way, I can see those Olympic rings all over. I think Italy gonna be hosting the Olympic Games. Well, good luck. Maybe you want to consider coming here during that period. Giving you some more sketches since I'm walking around here. Usually when I walk around in different countries, I'm like, okay, look at this. What do we know about this fashion? And I'm being a little bit sarcastic. But hey, look at this. This is Italy. These people knows best about fashion. Here you go. Looks good. I would wear something like this. This outfit reminds me Jimmy Carr, if you know that comedian. Passing by some gelato place. I don't feel like I want to eat that only because I want. And if I would be in a beautiful company with somebody, I would go for one. But since I'm alone, Oh wow, some girls are recording TikTok. Here you go. You see, not only me, famous vlogger here, with 700 subscribers. From here to there. Oh, look at this promenade here. And another beautiful perspective. I started moving this direction without realizing that's gonna bring me back to the Duomo. I better go the other way around, because I've been here already, and yeah, this place is already cross-check from my bucket list right there. So down the Duomo right there, I found another pedestrian street which continues. So I'm gonna go down that way. Remember I was telling you about the music that playing in my mind already once I'm in Italy. So right now in my mind I have, it's a beautiful place, whatever it is, nice, something interesting. right now in my mind playing Die, 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 cuore in tempesta. This is Neck. This is the song from the 90s from my childhood. If some Italians are watching, they probably would recognize that. It says Milano per la Resistenza. So the word resistance, and there are some names. So I guess this is some sort of monument to those who fought for the country. There you go, encounter another construction in progress. There you go. It says there, we work. I work too. There are so many brands I learned today. I don't know for what reason I need that knowledge. But look, so many brands, I haven't heard about them. Never ever in my life. And they all represented here. I think for them it's like a passport. If you're represented here in Milan, it means there's a place for you under the sun. I was already mentioning this in one of the videos. Well, I'm going to be talking about this. Enjoy beautiful architecture behind me. That it's such a privilege, you know, to walk around and have an opportunity to buy something, not to buy because you don't need. It's such a privilege. This is fancy McDonald's. So I took a tram, pay with my phone, just tap the validator, whatever you call it, and found myself in about half an hour from the city center next to the comedy club. Let's go, let's see.
Well, finally I reach out the place where the comedy was supposed to happen. Well, it did happen, just without me. So I'm gonna tell you later what happened, but then on the way I met this place which called Mom Bar. So if you're an expat or traveler, check it out. It was a vibrant atmosphere, even though there was a random Tuesday.
You know, I was thinking to continue vlogging, but then I saw this, and as you see, this is the end. This is the end for tonight. My evening gonna continue, but I'm not gonna be vlogging anymore. But you stay tuned, please. There's gonna be another half day tomorrow. All right, new day, new adventures. I just check out from my hostel. So I just check out from my hostel. Luckily, you were using my earplugs because there was some snoring, so I was able to sleep. Was more or less okay. The hostel, I would give it like almost 4. Let's put it this way, from 1 to 5. It was okay. Now I have still 1.5 hours, so I'm gonna get something to drink, and then I'm gonna go to the airport. I'm gonna get a breakfast or some light something, because around 12 I need to find myself at the train station and start moving towards the airport, because my flight is already at 2:20. Plan everything, so now I want to go and see Duomo during the day, and on the way get some coffee and some snack. Yeah. So I just stopped by, there was a cafe not far away from the hostel. Yesterday I went to another side of it. They have a beautiful pastry, and then I saw they also offer like some sandwiches and stuff, and I think it's vegan, so I stopped by and eat all that you saw. It cost €8.50. I don't know, you tell me. I feel like Milan, it's expensive city. I can tell also a little bit, a couple of words about yesterday. So last night I was supposed to go and watch the comedy. Let me show you what I see. So today I'm passing by the same route that I was yesterday. So I went to this place. I went there via the tram. There they said, oh, it's fully booked, and then there's no like seats that you can see it. It's fully booked, and I was like, okay, so what is the solution? They said, oh, we don't know, blah blah blah. And I was like, okay, can I wait? Can I? They're like, anyway. So I got the non-alcoholic beer for myself, and I was just waiting for the performance. But I was waiting and waiting. It was like half an hour already, and I came there on time, maybe 10 minutes even prior. And each and every table was already booked. And I was like, you know what? I don't feel like even staying here, since they're not certain about if there's gonna be room for me and stuff. Plus this overpriced non-alcoholic beer, €6. So you know what? I just walked back to the hostel. Now I have around an hour to walk around. So let me show you around. Here you go. During the day, this is how Duomo looks like. What yesterday I saw just as a nice church passing by, today turned out to be Basilica de Santo Stefano Maggiore or something like that. There you go. Looks good. I used to do design of interiors, used to design all those kind of furniture. Nice. Used to choose the tiles for my projects and stuff. All right, here it is during the day. Duomo, completely different vibe, right? But I'm gonna walk around and I see it from the different angle. Different vibe here today during the day. This place is same busy during the day and same busy during the night. So I heard it took around 600 years to build, but looks like the construction, maybe repairing, is still going on. Yeah, that's what I was looking for. Yes, got a couple of nice shots. That's what I'm talking about. There you go. Reflections is always good. And again, if you don't know how to do it, check out my episode from Madrid. I explain there in details. All right, catching some last glimpse of this place before I go to the bus. During the day, this place looks very different. Yeah, that's it. I need to run. My flight is in 2 hours. Goodbye. Galleria Vittorio, Duomo, Milano, grazie. And I'll dive into the metro. I think it's easy to figure out. I need to go to Centrale. That's it. Basically just walk, follow the arrows, and it's gonna bring you in the right direction, like any metro. I think it was like 8-10 minutes, right? And now I found myself. Oh, I know where I found myself. I'm gonna end up in the train station. So I came back to the place where everything started. That's gonna be the ending of this video. However, every ending is a new beginning. Thank you for watching. See you in the next one.